selected for the financial accounting, and my role was more to understand the IFRS and US GAAP related and prepare some presentations so that it can be used as a daily update for the higher management.
Okay, so I interned with the CRO change department of Credit Suisse. So CRO stands for Chief Risk Office. CRO department is basically concerned with ensuring that whatever are the banking policies, they are in compliance with the regulatory requirements. So CRO change comprises mainly of three teams. These are market risk, credit risk, and a team which is involved in development of an IT platform which aggregates risk data, and this data is further used for risk reporting. So I was in this third team. So my day-to-day activities involve contacting the business users which were actually using this IT platform, and gathering all the requirements and the functionalities that they needed on this platform for efficient risk reporting. So once these requirements were gathered from these users, we used to communicate these requirements to IT team for further implementation on the GUI platform.
Work culture, if I tell, it was very great given you get to interact with very senior people at director and managing director level, and work and you can reach out to anyone after taking an appointment and discuss your more opportunities. If you can get, if you're free, then you can ask for more work from different teams as well in your
like work culture is really dynamic, and you not feel any sort of hierarchy. The managers and the senior members of the team are really approachable, and apart from that, you will be having multiple team outings, and CS also host many CSR events during the
events. There were some HR sessions in which different teams were used to interact and share.
So they have a very structured program for the interns, wherein they also have these intern connect session, wherein you will get a chance to interact with the senior most leadership of Credit Suisse on a global level. And in these in these sessions, interns from all over the world connect and interact with the CEOs and the MDRs of the company. So we even had a chance to interact with the CEO of Credit Suisse, which actually the full-time employees don't get a chance to.
Even they used to share their profiles and how they get up the ladder so that we can actually learn from their experience.
Correct. So we started with a GD, and around 7-8 members were there in the panel, and the topics I think were very generic for all the panels.
So I guess my topic was on social media and boon or ban, something related to that.
Okay. So just make sure that you have two, three crisp points that you can put across the table, and I think that should get you through, because irrelevantly speaking or making it a fish market won't help. So just ensure that you are crisp, short, and clear, whatever you want to say.
It's really important to speak your point in a very limited number of words.
Yeah. And after the GD, we had interview. The interview comprised of 2 rounds, the technical and the HR. Now here the crux was that the interview rounds varied from person to person. Like for me, I had a single technical and HR, but for others, some had 2 technicals, 2 HRs, or some had 1 technical, 3 HRs. So there might be a chance that they might be testing you multiple times before they decide whether to choose you or not.
Of course, if you are if they want to select you for financial accounting and you are in the product control panel, so if they think that you are better for financial accounting, then they will conduct another interview with other panel for financial accounting. Then there may be more than 1 round of interviews.
Correct. And for the interviews also, it started for me with the puzzles. So be prepared with some puzzles like CAD puzzles, and also I was asked some cubes question and some geometric progression question, something like that. And later on it progressed to some basic finance, and derivatives is a very important subject for almost all the profiles that Credit Suisse is visiting. So they will be expecting you at least to know the basics of derivatives, if not all. At least you should be thorough with the definitions of derivatives, options, swaps, and all put options. That should be enough, at least at this stage. And Also be thorough with if you have workings, be thorough with your profile. Like I was working in Philips, so the first question they asked me is that if I have seen the balance sheet of Philips and what are the major assets in that balance sheet of Philips. So be prepared.
So if you're in the financial accounting panel, so they might ask you about depreciation, leasing, and amalgamation, mergers, acquisition, and some recent mergers and acquisition if there were very big mergers. So it's really important that you focus on these areas for financial accounting, and be prepared for like any kind of small talk in the interviews, because like I was really asked if about my profile and how I handle clients in Infosys, because I used to participate in calls which was very much required in the Credit Suisse. So I will say for GD, try to structure your GD preparation in two parts, like for current affairs and one general. In general, you divide the general area in 4-5 areas, for example religion, sports, and etc., and politics and all. So try to cover 5-6 topics from each area of general, and for some recent 2 to 3 months of current affairs, and be confident. Given you have already prepared enough for GD, and if there is some other topic, you can always recall from those topics and answer from that.
Basic FRA and this derivatives and all.
For
So
interview.
yeah, so that would help. And also don't neglect the HR interviews totally. Like be prepared with your strengths and weakness. And some like the HR interview would mostly be conversational, but if you have some points, just note it down and prepare for the HR as well, because some people were eliminated in the HR round also.
All the best.
Yeah, so all the best to all of you. Just be patient.
Be-
If you don't get a few shortlists or don't convert a few interviews, don't get bogged down at all. You will have multiple opportunities. It might be your day off, but definitely just keep your cool and you will be through. All the best, guys.